Hello. Welcome back, guys. Mitchell FX here. Just another YouTube video uploading on the daily analysis, where it has been, where we reckon it's going, and just drawing out some potential setup. So before we get going, if you could hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. Right then. Okay. Right then. Looking at AUDUSD, I originally said yesterday, I think the markets closed here. Yes, they did on this. Zoom in a little bit so you can see. The markets closed around here yesterday. Well, it was here actually. It was closed. Tell a lie. Right to the bottom. So it closed here. I said it tapped into the golden zone, as you can see here. This wick. Here I said there was a fair value gap here. You know, it was in between the golden zone, so I said for me, right, and because it was in the middle, I said for me you needed to push up, retest, and then look for buyers on these highs to take out the highs up here. So obviously today it hasn't done that. It has just come all the way down. Now let's just have a quick look to the left where we at. There's a couple of levels here, so let's just draw it off this level. So obviously we've tapped into our support resistant levels here. As you can see, you know, we've got a couple levels as we go through. So for me now, it's either, let me get rid of that to make life easier for me, right? As it's just in between these three levels, it needs to just break and retest either the top or the low. Okay, so that is, for me, that's what it needs to do. We have a change of character here. So we've gone lower low, lower high, lower low, then we've gone higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. We haven't broken this high, so we come back down. Because we broke this lower low, we now have a change of character. So, and because we have this big push down, let's just draw from the high to the low. We could see this as a potential pullback to then come back down here. So as of now, today, I am thinking, you know, me personally, I think I would just stay out of that, wait for it over to break this high, break this low. It's kind of going sideways right now, I suppose, you know. Surely there will be better opportunities than this, so let's see. But that is my bias as of right now. Let's have a look. Bitcoin. So I said ideally it needs to push up to this high. I'm pretty sure I said yesterday. Looks like it's come back down and retested all of these lows. Yes, it has. So there's a low. Let's go from the lowest point here. We don't want to scroll too far back, otherwise you'll just be here all day if you keep scrolling. You know, just a couple of tap-ins. So we got 1, 2. We had a bit of a fake out. 3, 4 tap-ins. Again, I reckon it'll come up to here possibly. So let's just, there you go, straight away it's in the golden zone. Possible movement like that. But again, we shall see. It's kind of just in no man's land. Now it needs to break and retest. Pretty simple. Break and retest, or as I said, or back somewhere like that. But for me, it just needs to tap into these zones. So far, pretty much, you know, both of these are just nowhere where I would like them to be for me to be entering. EURGBP. So I drew the Fibonacci yesterday for this big push up. I said could do with it ideally coming all the way back down here, tapping into some of these lower lows here, flipping lower lows. Oh my gosh, this support resistance here. You know, we've got a little bit of sideways movement here, whereas if you look, you know, there's quite a lot of support there, resistance there. So I said ideally I would like it to come down somewhere around here, even this level ideally, which it already has done that by the looks of it, as there is a fair value gap. But again, this is why the Fibonacci is so good and why I like to use it, because it just gives you an idea of where it could go. So obviously as this started to pull back yesterday, I'll draw it now just to show you. As I drew this yesterday from this big movement all the way up, right, and then I didn't draw it as this candle, like now I didn't draw it on this candle that was open. You want the candle to close, so you draw on a closed candle, but only when it starts to pull back. So here, look, obviously you could say, oh yeah, it's come up all the way, but when it's only come down one candle, that's just, it's not worth doing it. You want like a good, you know, 3-4 candles, so you can see a good pullback, and it tapped in perfectly to the 38.2 level on the fib. And again, I'm pretty sure I said yesterday with a fair value gap there, there was a little bit of resistance there. I said, you know, these areas are target areas, and coincidentally it actually was. So ideally we need that to come down or do something like that as per usual. The standard break and retest. I'm going to draw the resistance on this level now, so that is a potential. We get rid of the fib because that is done now. It's already worn that out, so let's not do that. EURGBP, EURUSD. Right, let's have a look. Okay, straight away, you know, let's just, you know, draw on the bigger time frames. This could move up now, so we're in that on the 4 hour. There you go, on the daily. Straight away, look, start to see we can condense these levels down a bit more. Let's condense these levels down a bit more, see if we can get a perfect case of where it's going to be, and straight away, look, there you go. So let me get rid of that one so you can see. So that is why top-down analysis is so important. So straight away, look, all I did there, let me just give you a little rundown, is you pick a high. So obviously we've got highs and lows all the way up, something like that. You know, so obviously you can see that's a clear uptrend. It's 100% going up. There's no question about it. So all I've done is one of these highs, as it's broke the last high, right? For me, that is your support resistance zone. So you just drag it across. Kind of like now, this is the high of this movement. So we're going to draw it from here. And then all I like to do is just drop it down and then go to where you was. So we'll just condense this candle down, or condense that candle down to the wick. We'll drop it down again. We'll condense it down, and just keep going. Condense it down, condense it down, condense it down until you have, you know, these sniper entry points. It is literally as easy as that, and that is literally all I do to trade. Potentially now, I'm pretty sure, let me go back to drawing the fib from this big movement. We are slightly below the golden zone. That's not too bad. We are in our support area, so we shall see again. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. It's currently you know, oh my gosh, what time is it? Gosh, I'm losing my mind. What is going on? It's 10 past 10 UK time. Been a very long day. Been quite hot today in the UK. Anyway, figured about that. So potentially, ideally, really you want to start to see it do higher highs, higher lows. You know, and because we are in that area here, we could generally see it push up. However, need it to sort of start to make some higher highs, higher low levels. So this looks like a good area here. Drag it across. I think ideally I would wait for it to break this level and then target these highs back into this zone right here. So I am buy bias on EURUSD. GJ, let's have a look. So I said could do with breaking a retest. I mean it broke. It didn't retest. Let's have a look. Get rid of that then now. So we are down here. Is there any levels we can tap into? Yes, we can. There is a level here which taps in. And there's plenty of taps there. No question. Let's have a look. Do we think it's going up or down? Oh my gosh, there's a lot of candles pushing up right there. Where are we? Let's have a look. Is there any lines, trend lines? We love a good trend line. Yes, you can say a couple of fake outs. I reckon it is going to come down and tap that line. If I'm honest, I am going to leave that on. But again, for now, if it is going to come down over the daily, could do with it doing something like this. But for now, no stress, no rush, no point clicking. Let's have a look. Okay, so it's coming beautifully where I said. Looks good. Let's try and condense this down a bit smaller. That is very, very, very high. Try and condense this down a little bit, get these sniper entries. Oh gosh, that was a bit of a scroll, wasn't it? Let's have a look. So where are we? Still going from that. We've got plenty of tappings there. We are in, and I said yesterday, I'm pretty sure I said possibility of a break and retest. Looks like it's doing that. I am sticking with that. I do think it is going to continue up. On the weekly, we've got higher highs, higher lows. Daily, obviously, you can easily see that higher highs, higher lows all the way up. It's retested this level here. So, again, I'm going to leave that to me. Personally, that is a good entry for a buy. USDJPY. Okay, so we are now in the zone I said. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to move that because that is how I drew it yesterday and it's kind of respected that, so I'm not going to adjust that. I said a break and retest on this trend line and resistance support area to the upside, so I'm going to leave it on that. Okay, I'm going to not change that, but those are my biases and areas for those pairs. I am not going to be doing XAUUSD because I'm currently in the middle of a challenge I've set myself. I have got it in a playlist if anybody would like to go and watch it. I will set a link again at the end of this video. If anyone stuck around to the end and wants to have a little bit knows. But it's nothing serious, just a little bit of a challenge, just to show people how difficult it actually is as a trader to, you know, place trades, do this, do that to grow accounts, whereas a lot of people on the internet do just, you know, make it look like they just do nothing but win, but that's not the reality. You will lose at times. But yeah, that's all that is, just a little challenge, just to, you know, show the real oh my gosh, I had this probably yesterday, the realization of it and how truly it is as life as a trader. So if you'd like to check that out, the video is at the end. Like I say, all the trades are on there, wins, losses, whether we grow the account, blow the account, it will all be on there for everybody to see. Alright, that is it for today's video, and I'll be back again with another one.